Pay in Full Part 2, DC Edition.
Be Octavia. Stand for something or get ran over. I stand on what I speak on. You should too. Get with it or don't.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is B Octavia. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. This is my third time. I repeat, my third time recording this video. But you know what? I feel this strongly about this video that I'm not going to jinx it because I feel like that jinxed it. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about a Pay in Full Part 2, DC Edition. Okay, the crack era, you know what I'm saying? Young hustlers in general, everybody selling. It's people that's, heavily on the drugs and, things like this. So a lot of people would think that since I'm from here that I will push it. DC, Washington, D.C. is a place that the crack era really just took over. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things happened as a result of cocaine and crack cocaine being introduced into the District of Columbia, but that era was filled with a lot of hustlers, a lot of people getting money, the same type of violence, but different levels for sure. DC is one of those places that you have to mention. You know what I'm saying? You have to. If you're not mentioning DC, the place, then you mentioning somebody from DC that was a part of that era. So it really does just make sense, And another reason, of course, would be that Alpo is a main character or, one of the intricate puzzle pieces in Paid in Full and the Real Situation. So, him being in the part 2 would only make sense. But there are some things that I would like to change, in order for it to be an original film, in order for DC to really have the control of this film. I understand that he, like I said, is a puzzle piece in what happened in DC. But, once you make it too much in his perspective, it's not really a DC edition. Now, the difference between the two films is that Paid in Full had a lot less perspectives. You know what I'm saying? They had AZ, which was the main character. They had Rich Porter, but he was more of a character than a perspective. You know what I'm saying? Makai, he had the emotion and all that. We can tell how he was feeling, but we wasn't in his mind. We wasn't following him the whole step of the way and everything. So I feel like this DC edition would be, first of all, it could be called something like DC or Nothing. A name. Look at God. Yeah. This film could be bigger. Could be, just as iconic, with a new name, just reinventing it. Reinventing the whole idea. New name and more perspectives. Let's follow Michael Frey. Let's follow Rayful Edmond. And see, I say this can be like so much more iconic because it can branch into so many different films about so many different people. You got Big Head Gary. And of course, some people will be characters versus having their perspective and, us following them. But it definitely needs to happen that way, in certain areas and certain moments. I feel like it'll definitely be a good thing, for the nostalgia of it, taking people back and you know, having people realize that that time wasn't only bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? That time didn't only have bad people. One thing that I want people to know is that just because a person does bad things or they, have done a bad thing, don't mean that they're a bad person. Like, one thing that I want to expose or I want to be shown is that, yeah, these people that we mention or these people that are mentioned have done bad things, but they are loved. You know what I'm saying? It's not all bad. I want this film to show the different personalities, just the heart of the city. You know what I'm saying? Just how we are towards our own. And of course, that's negative sometimes, but it is positive. It is a lot of positivity within the groups of people. It is love. And some people are willing to mingle throughout the city and really build those bonds that need to be built. So, in conclusion to this video, I wanted to say that it doesn't matter how much time that goes by as far as this film is concerned. Time will only make it greater because it'll bring people back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll give people the inspiration to grind hard and do it the legal route. You know what I'm saying? My whole channel is really based off of talking about, of course, what I went through and what other people went through, but it's all about what you can learn from it. And I can remember watching Paid in Full and all of the different things that I saw that I had in common with the situation as far as the living situation of Rich Porter. I've been in Sonny's position, you know what I'm saying? I've been that child. As far as, you're in the house and basically you're being neglected because you're not being paid attention to and you're just left to do whatever you want to do. It don't even have to be actors, but it has to be people who really know who these people are. You know what I'm saying? You have to really be able to embody this, and it won't take much. That's why it should be DC or nothing. It won't take much for it to be an authentic film if we just keep it at home. Everything DC, right? Because, and this is why I say this, how Paid in Full was created, it was created off of the documentary that AZ created, which was Game Over. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that that was the name of it and he was behind it. But of course, when something is going into Hollywood and people are putting money into it, they want to put their own ideas and twists on it. No. Just depicting it how people who are still here today witnessed it. It don't have to be no lies. It don't have to be nothing in between. It don't have to be nothing fraudulent, because he had a problem with them changing certain things, especially the part where Woody Allen, at the end, he lifts up his shirt and he has a wire and all this shit, right? So then that gave people the idea that AZ himself was snitching the whole time. I feel like when it goes to Hollywood, it just becomes something else. I don't want this idea, or you know what I'm saying, I don't want this to go to Hollywood. I don't want this to go to no big people, because as much as I want it to be shown that we are very creative people, and sometimes with people, especially in the district, you got to take the good with the bad, or just don't take it at all. I feel like I want it to be shown how creative we are on every aspect, in every aspect. You know what I'm saying? As far as a film goes, the editing, the quality of the situation. I don't want it to look like no bootleg, like a heavy hitter. You know what I'm saying? It has to be iconic, and it will be iconic. We gotta really show all sides. And that's good, bad, and ugly. We gotta show how dynamic we are. There are good things about this city, and it needs to be shown. Our personalities are one of one. You know what I'm saying? People in DC are funny as shit. I can't even name how many people like are just funny, and it don't take no effort. You know what I'm saying? It don't take nothing. Like jokes just fly. Like, and I'm sure that happens other places too, but I mean, this city is filled with good people too, or people that have good things about them. And sometimes, like I said, the negative overshadows the positive. But I just want every side of DC to be shown, you know, and more importantly, all of the people that I mentioned and so many more people had an impact on DC. And that should not go unnoticed, you know, no matter how much time goes by. And positive or negative, it has to be talked about. Okay, the same people that's saying they don't want to hear me talk about it, keep that same energy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to come. It's going to come. I feel it, you know, even if, you know, who's to say one day I don't get into my director chops? And who's to say once I get in position, it's no stopping me from doing anything that I want to do. You know, I feel even more motivated, you know, nowadays because it's just a lot more bullshit that's happening that I just don't talk about. And I will, you know, as time goes by because I'm dealing with it in present time. But, you know, I'm staying focused, and my main goal is to spread my wings. You know, my main goal as a kid turned young adult from DC is to elevate, to go to heights and to see shit I never seen before. As a kid, I didn't see nothing. Like, all I seen was DC. And specifically, all I seen was Berry Farms. I didn't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I didn't spread my wings, but I got a shorty now, you know, and her not living like this means the world to me, and I'm working hard to change that, and I'm grateful for y'all that y'all see it, you know what I'm saying? That y'all see that I'm working hard, and I'm pushing towards the goal, you know, of overall independence. And you know, I feel like anybody who is around my age should feel the same, but not put as much pressure on yourself. I've always put this much pressure on myself because I know what I'm facing. You know, I know one slip up can mean that I can fuck around and not be on this earth, or I can mess around and go to the penitentiary, go to jail, go to prison. You know, this is the diary of a DC kid. Bottom line, I really would like to see this film happen. I know that this quarantine period is a downer, but you know, just put it in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Let that circulate. Let it circulate, and let's get the conversation going. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting yet another video. Subscribe to our channel. Peace.